Hi everyone, let's go ahead and play with drawing your face as a rubber hose style character. Now on the image on the screen there you can see my large head there. So I'm going to go ahead and draw myself a shape here. And there we go. I'm drawing myself a nice oval for my head shape. And I'm going to put in that vertical. And then I'll put in the horizontal line for my eyes and my side of my head. And with this line that's here, I'm going to go ahead and put in where we normally would put in the eyebrow. That's where the top of the eye is going to go. Because the eyes on this for the rubber hose character are going to be fairly large. They have large, expressive eyes. And then the space that's rested up above, this is where the eyebrow and hairline would go at that point. So for the bottom part of the head, I'm going to go ahead and put that together here. And I'm going to put in my nose and put in my mouth line. Okay. But what I need to do now is I need to go and put in some circles for the cheeks, because these want to really pop up. So that circle is going to be right here. It's going to just come up into the eye. And you can see it there, and it kind of pops out on the side of the head there. There we go. So I got that curvature happening. Now what I need to do is go ahead and I'm going to fine tune that a little bit more by going back in and erasing some of the lines and getting it just where I like it there. So close there. I can erase that center line there. I can come up along the bottom of the eye, get rid of part of that there, and the edge there, circle around inside of the cheekbone. Leave that here, get rid of this part. Just kind of for right now, just kind of leave it there like that. Just kind of clean it up a little bit, get a little closer to what I'm looking for. Okay, that's looking better. All right, I'm liking. And now I'm going to go ahead and go into the next round here. So I'm going to go back in now, and I'm going to darken up where the eyes are going to be. So the eye is going to be on that eye line, but we've got this curve, and we follow the curve of that circle that we put in there. And that's really where that large expressive eye is going to go. And we sort of have the indent here at the eye line, bring out our cheek, and then we can bring our jawline down. And right about the middle of the eye here, I'm going to pop that chin out either side here. Kind of bring that chin down. That's where my chin's going to go. And the cheeks, kind of round those out. We got those nice full cheeks there, that rubber hose, kind of rounded full cheek here. Indent at the ear. And looking pretty good here. Now I'm going to put in that nose. That's pretty typical of the rubber hose, which is that real sort of a rounded little pop nose there. And I've got that nose popped in. I'll put in the eyebrow, where the eyebrow would go here. So the lower part and then the higher part, the upper part of the eyebrow, sort of matches up with that line. And I'm going to put the curve here, put this up above. And again, I'm just doing the outline of the eyebrow, not the whole thing. Now let's go ahead and put in the ears themselves. I'm going to brand that in, started at the bottom of the eye, round it up to the top of the eyeball, back down. And we really don't see where it comes in at the bottom of the nose because the cheekbone is out so far. That's okay. Pop it in there. And this comes up. A little flap there, a skin there where it shows where that's curvature is coming around. And a little line inside. Got my ears in place. Now I need to go ahead and put that mouth in. That mouth is going to have that nice big smile. And we put that big smile in there because that's generally what we see these characters as. They always have these big goofy smile on their faces. So I'm going to curve that up. And I'm going to curve this line because you notice this is like the cheek muscle that's kind of pushing up with the smile, and it's pushing up and pushing out. And it's what gives us those really nice big rounded cheeks here. Now I'm going to drop the mouth down. And let's give a nice smile on either side here. His mouth is open here. And so I've got to deal with the chin now. And so with this, I'm going to go ahead and put in my chin hair. So I've got my little beard here that comes up and down. And I've got this coming up around here, up and down and around like so. I've got a little patch of hair right here under my lower lip. There's another one. And the next I need to go back in, put in the curvature for the highlight of the eye. You notice that this is a curve and it's not a straight triangle. It's a curved one that lines up on either side. So I want to darken this up now. So the top of my head. I have that all set. So now what I need to do is go back in and do some erasing and clean up my line work. So erase, 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 clean up, clean up. Just kind of, again, minimize and get down to the essentials, just the lines that I want to keep for when I go back in and start doing the inking on my character. All right. And this part. go. Back in, erase that. There we go. I have some clarity in that drawing, and I can see a little more about what's going on there. That's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I might even bring that nose up a little bit more. Kind of round that nose out a little bit more, just because I just love those nice big round noses that you have for those characters. There we go. He looks great there. All right, so I've kind of got that then for myself. Next thing to do is go and put my glasses in. And remember, the glasses are going to be right halfway between the eyebrow and the top of the eye. So let's go ahead and put in that first line. Add that there. Add that there. And then I'm going to bring down either side. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, and 4. And round out that bottom. So I'm going to go back in now and sort of stylize that a little bit. I'm going to round that off, round those corners, round that edge. There we go, and put in a little curve here. It's funny, even though, because we have the rubber hose, that the nose is so low here, we can still sort of break that bridge for the glasses up above here, and it works. Still works, those great rubber hose faces here. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got this all set up for myself. Now I'm going to erase some of the more setup lines here. There we go. And this, and this. Got myself a nice big cheesy smile for myself here, which is exactly what I'm looking for on my drawing here. So let's go ahead now and I'll throw some ink on here. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see what pen I'm going to use here. I'm going to dig in through my pens here. Here's a nice one here with a tip that has a soft kind of blunter rounded tip on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, let's go back in and kind of start at an angle here. Start at the top here and not just start my line at a point, but I'm going to go into it and then lower the pen into the curve. There we go. So when I go back in, I'm okay with going ahead and rotating my paper. It's okay to rotate. There we go, looking fun. Let's go ahead and put those eyes in there. And down here, put that in. Boop. That nice little curve that we want in there. Look at the other side here. There we are. And we put in the edge of the front of the glasses. And put the rest of those glasses in. Now I'm going to come back a little bit later and I'm going to thicken up these frames a little bit. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put the line work in. There we go. And bring that ear line down, pop the ear up and down. And I think I'm going to move that ear over, that nose over just a little bit. There we go, kind of like that. And bring that cheek. And bring that jawline over. And then I'll bring this cheek. And I'll bring that jawline over. Go. Thicken up that jaw a little bit. Curve on that. Give us some heavier definition on the outline. And come back over here on this one here. Get that cheek and pop that cheekbone out there a little bit. There we are. Go back in, finish up that mouth. There's my upper smile lines. Bring in the upper lip. Get a nice curve on that. Kind of come down and over, and then come over, down, and over, myself a good smile there, and put that curve, get that for my lower lip there. And if I want to, I can go ahead and give myself a little cheesy smile if I need to. I can go ahead and do that. But I'm going to leave that right here. I'm going to go back in and color in my eyes. I'm just going to do that solid black because I'm just doing a black here. That's all that I'm doing is just a solid black. So, but I need to make sure that I close any gaps, and I'm not going to leave any streaks there, and because that's going to be super important to closing all this up properly. And there's my other eye. And close this up over here. There we are. There's that eye. And around there. There we go. Look at that. Pretty good. I'm feeling good about that. I can put that big cheesy smile in there. Actually, you know what I'm going to probably do is probably just give the tongue in there. That's going to be kind of fun. Let's do like this. And like that. Oh, I like that. That's fun. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit more on the glasses here. So I'm going to thicken up that line on the glasses. I'm going to do a little bit on one side, on the other. The other side. Just kind of going back and forth, playing with that thickness there, that line quality. Just trying to give myself a little bit of depth, a little bit of drama, and have some fun with that line. There we go. Good. Got the heavy frame now going in there, which really stands out, which is great. Run that down. Those nice glasses there, just popping off my face now. That line's nice and bold and strong now. Let's go ahead and thicken up that center line here. There we go. Look at that. Looking pretty good. I'm feeling fun about that. And I'm going to go and darken down here a little bit, put a little shadow weight, lift up on there a little bit. And then let's go ahead and a little bit inside the ear here. Let's darken this part, make just a little bit of depth right there on that corner. A little bit right there on that angle. Darken that side up. And at the base here, that looks pretty good. Maybe under in the mouth there, I can darken that up right there just a little bit. Give a little weight to that lip a little bit. And right here in the center, I'm going to go up higher and then taper down, higher, taper in. Center, taper down, center, taper down. Give a little bit of weight to that smile on those cheeks there. Now, certainly the rest of it here, I can go back and color. If I want to do it in the program, I can go ahead and do that. But again, I'm going to be doing just the solid black. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now because I'm not using any intermediate shading. It's just basically literally a black and white drawing. And that's when I scan that and put that into the computer, it's exactly what I want to have. Is I want to have these strong black, white lines for my character. Okay, so I've kind of got this here. And then I can come back in. And I think the mouth I'm going to leave that alone because I'll probably go back in with some color on the inside of that mouth when I put it into the program. So there we have it, folks. I have myself as a rubber hose style character. And I am, I'll go ahead and zoom in here a little bit there. There you go. Look at that. So it's styled with a rubber hose, pop my cheeks up. I've got my chin out, a little shrub on my chin. I've got a nice big goofy smile. My eyebrows are up there, my ears popping out. It's all good. It's exactly what I'm looking for there. If there's anything else, I might round off this ear just a little bit more there. Round off that ear a little bit. There we go. And bring this one up over just a tiny bit. Kind of balance that ear out a little bit. But, that's okay. Ears are always funky that way. So there you go, folks. You guys have fun with this. Go ahead and set yourselves up and do your drawings. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with your rubber hose style characters.